As most of you know, my good friend Jimmy makes arguably better content than me. For the ones who don't know about him, strap yourselves in. It's gonna be a wild ride. He started YouTube years and years ago, in the far-off land of the early 2010s. He, like many other channels, made, you guessed it, Minecraft Let's Play videos. These weren't your average Minecraft videos, however. No, these were on a much superior level. They were modded Minecraft videos. To be specific, the Mutant Creatures mod. I forget whether he had others too, but I vividly remember this one. I don't think I ever watched his old videos, but I went to his house and he told me about his YouTube one time. Sadly though, these ancient scrolls are lost to time. They have since been deleted, and he owns no other copies of the videos. You may be wondering, but Doug, you said his name is Jimmy. Why is his channel name Kevin Macleod? This, my dear friends, is because his channel is connected to his mom's email. The oldest remaining video on his channel, in fact, was uploaded 5 years ago by Mrs. Mikronis. It's a video of a school choir concert with his sister, Joe Likes to Sing. This was actually filmed at my old elementary school, which Jimmy and Joe obviously went to. No remaining video has been uploaded by Katie. In January 2018, a powerful new force began dictating the account. Jimmy. On New Year's Day of that year, he uploaded some reminiscent stuff. A Let's Play. He was playing Spore, and this quickly began a 3-part series spanning the length of 2 whole days. We have yet to see a conclusion, and I doubt we ever will.
Until next time, look at my beautiful face.
On January 3rd, Jimmy posted his last video for over 8 months. In September 2018, he posted a 5-second video of his pug. At that time, that was the only pug they owned. Although it wasn't much, this jump-started a more rapid release of videos. It was mainly video game related content, but every so often he'd post something about his pug Harry or a short couple-second joke. He went on with this until November, with a couple pixel art videos cutting through occasionally. But speaking of November, this is when we get into the good stuff. On November 11th, 2018, Jimmy uploaded The Furry Blaster. A 4-minute video about furries was the start to it all. After mining away all the coal, we had struck diamond, and this vein of ore would only get bigger. Of course, he still had some other content, a couple video game stuff, some update videos, but it was clear the channel would be going somewhere. We had a teaser for a series based around Wellington Skellington, but it didn't go anywhere. The last Furry Blaster or Furinator video was a Christmas special on December 20th. But, as they say, a soul for a soul. On December 25th, the new character Dr. Squirrel was introduced. This video says that the doctor would be examining fandoms and making fun of them.
Basically, I, Dr. Squirrel, shall analyze and make fun of, well, mostly make fun of, fandoms and things like furries, Five Nights at Freddy's, Undertale, Fortnite.
Except for a less important video on January 17th, Doc didn't show up again until January 21st, 2019 in a video called How to Summon the Devil. This is very different from the sitcom-like commentary we were promised, but in my opinion it's better, especially when you consider what would spawn from it. How to Summon the Devil seemed to be just a one-off joke, but on March 30th, over 2 months after the first installment, we got a sequel. And oh, is it good. After the sequel, How to Revive the Dead, we got even more additions to the series. How to go to another dimension, how to escape an alternate dimension, how to come back from the dead, and how to escape a murderous demon were all one after the other with not a single video between. And boy, were they beautiful.
I'm going to yeet the waifu!
After my old channel's termination, Jimmy, being the great friend that he is, uploaded 2 entire videos on it. Now would be a good time to mention that I appeared in a couple of his older videos and, as my old channel's link is in those descriptions, it doesn't work. But anyways, after helping me get back on my feet, he returned to his previous amazing content. How to summon Cthulhu. Yes, I know it's pronounced Cthulhu. It's pronounced Cthulhu in his series, so that's why I'm pronouncing it like that. And how to survive rampaging villains were the final two videos, and talk about going out with a bang. These two videos are, by far, the best in the series, and that is saying something. They've ended, but the fun is far from over. You can watch them all on his channel, and he'll make even better content in the future, if that's possible. Now for the fun part, analysis. I don't even know where to start. All of it is amazing. First, I strongly advise you to watch his videos in order in the playlist linked below. The writing is great, and as with most things in the series, it's cringy. But it's cringy in a good way. The plot is never predictable and stems from the craziest of conflicts. To get us on the same page, I'll explain the plot. The first episode doesn't really have a purpose in the grand scheme of things, so I'll count it out of this synopsis. It starts when Dr. Squirrel's cooking is insulted by his friend Roderick, who is an egg. Doc overreacts a lot and straight up kills Roderick in a sink. He realizes what he's done and tries to bring his friend back, but his Philosopher's Stone is gone. He finds out that a robot stole it and follows his dog to its house. It's an exact replica of Doc's own house. The robot reveals his plans to steal Dr. Squirrel's identity and other villain stuff about wiping out organic life and everything, but offers to let Doc join him in exchange for sparing his life. The doctor refuses and they fight. Dr. Squirrel pulls out an umbrella, opens it in the robot's direction, and kills him. He goes home, revives Roderick, and accidentally turns him into a duck because he accidentally used the duck Philosopher's Stone. In the next episode, Doc tries to turn Roderick back and accidentally turns him into an axolotl. Dr. Squirrel's dad owned a book that says to get a powder from a different dimension if you want to eggify someone. The dimension is unnamed, as it is...
It's too horrific to write down.
Doc plays a song on his kazoo, which opens a portal via his phone. They end up in an alternate Dr. Squirrel's house, and he explains that the dimension they're in is the nerd dimension, and they just love anime.
I'm gonna die here.
In the episode after that, Dr. Squirrel, his alternate self, and Roderick are watching Pokemon. Alternate Doc is the only one actually enjoying it, and the other two make a plan to escape. They take alternate Doc's anime body pillow and
Eat the waifu!
against the wall. They run from alternate Doc, find the powder, and open another portal, but alternate Doc catches them. He almost kills normal Doc, but Roderick roasts him until Doc can beat him with a frying pan. I didn't mean to rip Jimmy off, I swear. The duo escapes, and the powder turns out to be only sugar. The episode ends with a touching message about accepting yourself, no matter what you look like. It's followed by a funny joke, and all the loose ends are tied up. But 2 weeks later, a 5th episode is made anyways, and boy am I glad it was. Dr. Squirrel drinks an immortality potion, but it poisons him and he dies. Roderick hosts a funeral, and it's an incredibly sad moment. But it doesn't matter anyways, because Doc isn't really gone. He's taken away by death, and since God doesn't really know where he should go, an election is taking place. Death just leaves Doc alone in purgatory until things are decided about where he goes. Dr. Squirrel goes to his twin brother's house. His brother owns a cult, by the way. And Doc messes with his brother's action figures and gives his presents away. He messes with a couple more things just to terrorize his brother. He writes "You're gay" on a paper and accidentally makes his brother come out as gay. Doc also steals a bottle that'll allow him to come back to life and becomes alive again. The episode after reveals that William Brown, Satan's journalist and news reporter, tells Satan that God is offering to send a demon to Earth to kill Dr. Squirrel, aka Frederick Frankenstein. William wants to kill Doc, because the prize for the winning demon is access to heaven, and William thinks he'll be able to destroy heaven if he has access. Satan agrees, and William goes to kill Doc. Will confronts him, but only after he's stolen all of Doc's weapons. Doc teleports away anyways, and hatches a plan. Right as Will's about to kill Doc, he reveals that his last name isn't actually Brown. No, his name is, in fact, William Frankenstein. He's Doc's dad, and as he lets that sink in, Doc plays the kazoo to open a portal. Will falls through the portal into the nerd dimension. The next episode has yours truly explaining that Hunter Killsalot Jr. wants to team up with Dr. Squirrel to discover Cthulhu. He arrives at Doc's house, promising a financial compensation if he helps. Doc wants to help preserve Cthulhu species, and Hunter says he wants to do that too. Doc summons Cthulhu, and Hunter reveals a plot twist. He wanted to kill Cthulhu all along. Cthulhu runs into the house and Doc disgunifies Hunter's gun. Hunter, however, has another pair of guns. They're just his muscles though, except not, because they're actually real guns too. Right as he's about to kill Dr. Squirrel, Cthulhu pounces on him and saves the day. He rips off Hunter's arm, and it's a happy ending. In the season finale, William's trying to escape the nerd dimension and runs into alternate Doc, whose legs are paralyzed from normal Doc hitting his legs with a frying pan. Alternate Doc explains that if they find a special book in Doc's dimension, they'll have tons of power and will be able to get their revenge. Alternate Doc and a band of previous villains travel to Doc's house to get the book. Doc's brother stuns Doc, and he wakes up with his legs tied to a chair, where alternate Doc explains that he wants to make everyone from normal Doc's dimension love anime. Doc escapes and alternate Doc runs away. Dr. Squirrel's brother is in Doc's way, and because he's gay and lonely, he wants to make everyone his boyfriend. Doc tries to beat his brother up, but his brother has the Infinity Gauntlet and punches Doc. Doc steals his wand though, and shoots his brother. He then runs into Hunter, who wants the Realm Book so he can get all the trophy animals he wants. Doc distracts him by saying there's Bigfoot, and then swats Hunter with a fly swatter, who reveals that he's part fly and dies. Doc runs up to his dad, who stabs him and explains that he'll kill Doc and send him to hell, just so he can go to hell with him and they can become gods with the Realm Book. William wants to be the dad Doc never had and redeem himself. Doc says,
"You should have gone for the head!"
and kills William. It's a ridiculous, crazy story, but it's fun. It introduces fun characters, moves the plot forward, and moves the audience because it actually has some ironically touching moments. They're much more funny than emotional, but they're emotional in a funny way. Speaking of funny, this series is full of it. Jimmy does a great job of making cringy jokes that'll cause you to sigh and laugh at the same time. Though the spoken jokes are subjectively pretty funny, the slapstick comedy is so much better. Jimmy jumping around in funny costumes while screaming in hilarious accents just brings a smile to my face. And when my girlfriend and I saw Cthulhu walk out, we lost it. Not only is the costume so completely unexpected, a shirtless dude prowling around saying, is just funny. I think the best part of all of this, though, is the heart. You can tell that Jimmy loves making these videos, even if you don't personally know him. Jimmy is a big-hearted guy, and he pours all of it into his silly internet videos. I'm making this less as a shout-out and more as a thank you. He's a good comedian and an even better friend. Also, this took me like 2.5 months to make, so maybe I'll do less voiceover videos in the future.